This.
Hello, welcome to the Whiskey Boys podcast. I'm John. Yeah, I know you were talking, and I'm joined by Zach and Matthew.
What up?
Whoa, that was loud.
Sorry.
I have to turn Zach
I
down a
tried
bit.
I tried to check it before, and you said it was fine. So it's be like this all day.
Yeah,
John, why do you have the rated M for mature on?
Do I have that on? Oh, it's already getting started.
Ooh, coming out spicy. What you got, John?
Hold on.
Let the people know.
Let me fix that. Hold on. I gotta start my timer too because I forgot. Yeah, like I said, I'm joined by Matthew and Zach.
Do you say I'm started by?
Yeah, I'm all confused right now. I'm trying to figure things out.
Start it over, John.
No, we're not starting
My man's
over.
all discombobulated because he's in for mature. He had the spiciest drop of the week. He doesn't know how to start this podcast anymore.
Mm-hmm. Hit us with those news, John. Hit
There
us
we
with
go.
that spicy news that you have, that you had to have the M for mature on.
Mm-hmm.
The spicy news. Spicy news. I don't know any spicy news right now.
On, dude.
You just baiting people in, huh?
Uh-huh.
They're tuning in and they're like, "Ooh, M for mature."
Let me see if I can find what's going on Twitter.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on Twitter.
There's always something going on Twitter. Pull it for you right here.
Spicy. I don't know if it's exactly spicy, but Apex Legends event started.
That's pretty spicy.
You're gonna have to explain for us non-Apex players.
It's a Lifeline town takeover with some new skins, and Valkyrie's got a heirloom finally.
Oh, sheesh.
Yep. Is that spicy enough?
Do you want to explain a little bit more?
Control came back.
It's a Lifeline takeover on Olympus, on the map Olympus, and it's a little healing area. It's supposed to be like Lifeline's clinic. In the middle, there's a little area you can go into, and it pulls down a thing to heal you.
Oh, okay. That's more like PG, not quite M for mature. But
so it's a new point of interest for Apex and Olympus. It's also all the new skins are homages, I guess the word would be an homage to kaiju and mecha or Jaeger, like
Pacific Rim style
properties. Did he just cut out? What happened?
I thought we were dropping frames.
It's my stupid computer doing its stupid thing for some reason.
Yep.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Season 1 we go.
Okay.
Computer, it's not you, right?
No, it's my computer.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, because I think you were fine.
But like Mad Maggie has a Godzilla looking skin. Fuse has a King Kong looking skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a gun, there's a Rampage. It did it again, didn't it?
No, go.
You're good. No, you're good. Okay.
You're fine right now.
There's a Rampage skin that looks like a gorilla face at the barrel of the gun. And then the Havoc has looks like a Godzilla, like a lizard reptile at the front. But on the side is blue, so when you're shooting like the energy weapon, it looks like you're like Godzilla shooting out of his mouth. And then there's like Ultraman references. There's a reference to Gypsy Danger from Pacific Rim. And then there's also another Ultraman, like the older version. And then what was it? Oh, and then Seer has like a green Power Ranger skin.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I posted on my Twitter. Like you could see on the back, he has a dagger too, like the Green Ranger, and the skin is called like Envious something, in which when the Green Ranger first comes in, the episode he comes in is called Green with Envy. So it's like a little Easter egg thing. It's really cool. An homage, yeah. It's awesome. I love it. And then Valkyrie got her. I don't know what it's called exactly, but I know it's what?
Her heirloom.
Her heirloom, yeah. It's a staff dagger thing. I don't know what it's called.
Scepter.
A spear.
It's a spear. Yeah, essentially it's a spear.
It's a lance. Hello.
Yeah.
What movie is that from, John? Come on.
I don't know, actually.
The Knight's Tale.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
That's called a lance.
That's a great movie. I forgot about that movie.
That's a good movie. That's a great movie.
That's a great movie. I love that movie.
I think it was the first movie I saw with Alan Tudyk.
It's fire. Bringing moss flames.
You're gonna have to excuse Matthew for his internet connection because he's currently in the club in Hawaii. So
yeah, my man's partying it up. Mahalo to everybody.
Yeah.
I was running late, and I was like, oh, I need to put a shirt on. and
that's
this
why
was there.
that's
So
why
I-
the mature
so-
rating was already up.
See, you don't leave the loo out early, Matt. Everybody knows that. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
I guess it's just called a spear. I guess there's no actual like official name for it. Okay.
Whack.
So I was looking up. No, there's something. So I bought a new computer because, and I haven't set it up yet because I'm gonna set up my desk this week and then set up the computer. But this computer, I don't know what it's doing, but for some reason, it opens up tabs on the internet search engine for like Streamlabs or something. It just randomly it'll open up like 4 tabs automatically, and that's what happened earlier. That's why I asked if it cut out again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it just randomly does that.
It did that when we were playing games too. When we were in the Xbox Live party, and it would just kick him out of the party.
It would kick me out of the party. Well, because I was in the party through
I think
my
it's
computer.
your computer just can't, like, your RAM is, or your memory is like, I can't handle all these tabs.
Yep. It's just well, it opens them up by itself. I don't know what it's doing or how it's doing it.
That's pretty odd.
Yeah, it's weird. It's haunted.
Is it Google?
You know what it is? It's because all those episodes back we talked about, hauntings and stuff like that.
Don't you bring up
Whoa,
ghosts
don't
again.
stop,
See,
dude. That
see, John, you cursed
Stop.
my computer. Now
mute,
it's haunted.
Mute this man. Mute him.
You
My
know what
computer's
happens
haunted.
when you start bringing up ghosts.
Yeah.
When they bring up
you know
Sage.
what?
That whole stream died.
No, you know what I need to do? I need to go get my sage and just
Smudge the computer.
smudge the computer all over it.
Smudge this podcast. We need it.
No, this shirt though I wore when we went to the fair.
Oh yeah,
So,
we went to the fair last week.
went to the
Hey,
San
okay.
Diego Del Mar Fair, and I wore this because it was hot and I didn't want to be hot, but it was still hot.
Oh, it's always hot. But the
Actually,
food though.
That's why I don't have facial hair, because I went on Friday and then I went on Saturday. On Friday it was me, John, Kevin, and Julie, his girlfriend, and Kevin's girlfriend, Julie.
It was a wee thing. I get it. I get what I'm picking up what you're laying down.
And we went down, we're walking around and stuff, and I was like, because I put a mask on because I'm like, yo, I ain't getting COVID, all right? We're wearing masks and we're like, listen, John got it once, my mom got it once. They ain't trying to get double, and I ain't trying to get my first COVID. So.
Oh wow, you're continuing the streak of a non-COVID person.
And so we walked around, and obviously, like, whenever we're eating or drinking, like, you have to take off your mask to eat and stuff. But other than that, like, I think the biggest thing that sucked is my Invisalign. That sucked. Like walking around and being like, there'd be a couple times I was like, yo, you want to try this? And I'm like, no. He's like, oh, what, you don't like it? I'm like, no, I just don't want to take out my Invisalign to try it.
That's what they call it, the Invisalign diet.
It ain't working for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it works.
But no, so after that day, like, I had sweat like so much. I eventually put my hair like in a small ponytail, or not ponytail. And because I was like, it's just too hot. And I told John, I was like, you know what? I think part of it was my facial hair. It was just like warming up my face. So the next day, the night before, the Friday night before I was going Saturday, I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna shave it all down. Dude, I was so much cooler. Like, I wasn't cooler because I didn't have facial hair anymore, but like I was cooled down. Like, it felt so much nicer the next day, and I'm like, oh, that's probably what it was, is because the mask and the facial hair was just heating up my face. But yeah, it was fun, except for like my legs were so dead tired after Saturday, walking like all around 2 days in a row.
Oh yeah,
it sucked. But
the food though, what'd you all get? The fair has the best food. Everybody knows that. Or what'd you guys try?
I'll be honest, I didn't get that many things. Like, I tried. Like, I told Matthew after, because I was supposed to go on Sunday. I was supposed to go on Sunday too, but Saturday, yeah, I was supposed to go on Saturday. But after going for one day and walking so much, like, my back was killing me. I was exhausted. Like, I couldn't stay awake. So the next day I was just like, you know what, Matthew, you go ahead without me. So but when we were on our way home, I was like, I just realized I didn't really try anything. I ate the pineapple from Matthew's shrimp and pineapple and rice because he doesn't eat pineapple.
Yeah, I don't need pineapple.
I had a corn dog.
Insulting because John has a pineapple shirt on right now.
I had pizza bread, which is like the garlic bread with pizza stuff on it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I had a corn dog and fries, and then I had a fresca, which was strawberry and horchata mixed together, which was freaking good. And then that's all I ate. So I was like, I did not eat that much at the fair.
Yeah.
But one thing we did find out, we have to get quiet here. There's a speakeasy hidden at the fair.
John, you gotta do air quotes when you say that.
Hidden. And we found it.
No, I mean with speakeasy.
Oh, speakeasy. It's a bar.
It's just a bar. I mean, there's no such thing as a modern day speakeasy when alcohol is legal. Yeah, but they're like,
you usually gotta find them, but
so
yeah, Kevin's girlfriend Julia had told us like, oh yeah, there's like a speakeasy, and I'm like, how is there a speakeasy?
There's no prohibition. So
but it's basically just a secret spot or a secret bar.
So you had like, you're supposed to walk up to a bartender and ask like some phrase like, I want to go to an unknown
destination
unknown or something like that. And I guess you were talking to him, so I don't know what he said exactly.
I had walked up to him, and I'm like, because like the normal bartenders, and I was like, in the turf area, and I was like, hey, so I was wondering, like, do you know about the destination unknown? He's like, oh, the speakeasy? Oh yeah, you just go that way and then go that way, check in, and then they'll lead you up there.
Whack.
And I'm like, okay.
That's what helped me play along with it. Like,
okay,
you're gonna order water with lime. Meet me out back.
But yeah, so we walked up to this area. They're like,
oh, it says follow the flamingos too.
Yeah, follow the flamingos. And then they gave us bracelets after checking our IDs. We were in like a club area of the horse tracks. And they had like a bar and they had all these different drinks. I had a key lime pie drink, which was freaking delicious.
That's interesting.
I forgot what Matthew ended. Oh, there's a picture of the drinks. Oh. I mean, I can put it up there if you want, Matthew. Give me a second.
Hold on. Do you have the picture?
Yeah, I have. You sent it to us.
Oh,
so
did I?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
I'll send it again.
Upload the picture really quick. But yeah, so we went to. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get this stuff on my Google Drive so I can actually.
Yeah, so like it said follow the flamingos or whatever, and there's like little flamingos, and then you go to these people and you show them your ID to like check in. They give you a wristband, and then they're like, oh, just go up the elevator, and then they take you to the floor, and then you walk over, and like you said, it's in like a seat, like a club area suite thingy for like the horse races. And so they had like nice chairs and stuff. And since it was hot, it felt really nice to sit up there. And like we sat up there for like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, and it was like, it wasn't air conditioning, but because they had all the windows open, it was nice and cool in there. Like
there was a breeze, but it was nice and cool.
Yeah.
So we sat up there for like 3 or 4 hours or whatever. And like we got like the special drinks that they had on there. And then I got an old fashioned. And then what did I get? Did I get 3 drinks, I think?
And then I had the old fashioned also. I don't remember what you had.
I thought I had another drink.
I think you did.
And then I know I got the can also though.
Yeah, there was that.
I don't remember what else I got, but yeah, I got a can of Crown Royal apple or whatever.
Ooh.
Or something else. It's actually like I'm not a fan of Crown Royales or whatever, the Canadian whiskey or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that can one tastes so freaking good. I was telling Kevin, I was like, I've seen these at Albertsons, where we are.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna buy some of these to keep at home.
I want to say they're Washington apples because that's what the Crown apple is supposed to taste like. And
yeah.
Those are fire.
It's freaking good. But yeah, I got a drink called like a flamingo something or whatever, and I forgot what it had in it, but it had cotton candy on top too.
Ooh.
And like So the
Okay.
drink wasn't too bad, right? And like it didn't like the sweetness kind of settled or something, but it was still kind of strong.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe I should just push the cotton candy and that'll help it. Made it so much freaking more sweet and not necessarily in a good way. It was
Yeah.
like I should have just ate the cotton candy and just drank the drink.
Yeah, just too much sweetness.
Mm-hmm. That's my nickname in high school.
Too much sweetness. I dig it.
Yeah, there's that, and then like the old fashioned it wasn't too bad. Surprisingly, it was actually pretty good for how old fashions go, because usually people they just throw a cherry and then an orange peel on it and then pour the
They're
whiskey in.
haha! Like,
They're like, that's an
no.
old fashioned, right? With ice and cherry and an orange
I'm
peel, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So those are all the drinks.
Yeah,
Those
so
look real good.
the top back right one, obviously you can see the cotton candy on there. That's the one I got, the flamingo. I think John's is the one right below that.
Mine's
with
the bottom right.
with the
key lime.
whipped cream.
Okay. Yeah.
What was yours?
Key lime pie.
A key lime pie.
Freaking bomb, dude.
And then
Who got the Mai Tai?
That was Julie, I think. Or no.
Me and Julie, we get along. I love Mai Tai. Those things are so good.
I don't remember if it was her or the other. One of them didn't like it that much. I think it was Kevin. Kevin's drink was like a hibiscus kind of thing, or not hibiscus. I don't remember. One with the flower.
Hibiscus looks like the one to your left. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They didn't really like it. I was like, these all taste fine to me.
yeah, I think it was.
Let me see if I can read the menu on there.
Flying Flock is what Kevin got, I think, on the left.
It says double shot of Sky vodka, silver tequila, dragon fruit, Red Bull.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Kevin got that one.
Juice.
Yeah. Oh, it was gross.
And orchid.
I too don't like to sleep.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So Kevin got the Flying Flock, which was the Red Bull one on the left, and dragon fruit Red Bull is what it was.
The
but
pineapple one is.
I was gonna say I don't like pineapple juice.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of Red Bull. So when I drank it, I was like, this is freaking nasty.
The pineapple one is called the Pineapple Express. It was Bacardi rum, dark rum, pineapple juice, orange juice, coconut, or cream of coconut, dark rum float. I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. That's just the stuff on top.
Oh, okay. Pineapple wedge, maraschino syrup, and nutmeg.
That says maraschino cherry, John.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
John.
What?
It says maraschino cherry.
Yeah, you gotta get the cherries right.
Oh.
I want
not syrup.
There's
Heyo!
There's us. There you go. There's Matthew.
Flamingo. Oh, Matt out here. Oh yeah, Matt's in Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you gotta do that one. I look all like out of it.
That's the only one I had.
Candy.
That picture though. John wore a flamingo shirt, and then they did the whole like follow the flamingo thing.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what are the chances of this?
Everyone just follows John like he's gonna lead us to the speakeasy.
That's what I told him.
Leave me alone.
He should just stand where the check-in is, and then when people are looking, they're like, "Oh, you know about the speakeasy?" And he just like points over to the side. Yeah, you just gotta go over there.
Like, yeah, I know about the
you just check in right there. They're right there. It says check-in.
You should have said follow me and just like walk out to the exit and leave.
Like it's $2 to get in.
No, I said that. I was like, yeah, I'm wearing the flamingo shirt. Just start standing by the doors and be like, you got $2? Yeah, you gotta pay to get in here.
Like, who do you know here?
Yeah.
On my list. That's $5 if you want in.
It was cool though. Like we got to hang out there for a couple hours, and when we got there wasn't that many people. After a while, more people started showing up. But the waitresses were really cool. Yeah, and so it was like we were basically like, yeah, next time we come here, like every year, I want to come by and visit this place just to get some drinks.
You should dress up as a flamingo.
Wear a flamingo hat next time.
That'd be fire.
Like the Halloween costume, whatever, where it's like the neck thing is on top of your head. Like, hey, I'm looking for the speakeasy.
Like, we actually switched to Panda this year. Like, dang it.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Paint your face and your
Paint
eyes.
your face white and then just black circles. I'm looking for the speakeasy. I was gonna say the food I got, I think it was I got the shrimp and rice. Obviously, I get it like every year because it's so good.
That's fire.
What else did I get? Oh, I got a Italian sausage with like bell peppers and onions.
Also fire.
But so I saw it on the thing and it shows like, you know, the Italian sausage in the bun and stuff. Like, oh, that sounds good, you know, and it's not like anything too crazy. I get it. That thing's like this freaking big. Oh, wrong way. It's like this big, and then the bun's like this. I was like,
it's
what the
meant to be
hell?
shared. You're like, whoa,
So,
whoa.
like, I had to break off the ends like that, and I just swallowed it all in one. No, I'm just kidding.
You are the glizzy gobbler.
The glizzy gobblers.
That's a reference to our Twitch stream. Go check it out.
That's not real glizzy though.
So I had the night before, I just for some reason I couldn't sleep. Like I slept for like an hour or hour and a half or two. And then I woke up and I was just full on awake and I was like, this sucks, you know?
Yeah.
And I found out it was because I had forgot to turn my air conditioner on and so it was warm. So I woke up and then I couldn't go back to sleep because it was too warm.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have very much sleep. We started walking around. I got the shrimp and rice and we walked around. I got the Italian sausage thing, ate that, and then John was like, oh, Kevin loves dessert, so Kevin's been waiting for everyone to go get dessert so he can go find something. And John was like, oh, I want to try that churro funnel cake.
I got the picture.
And I was like, oh, okay. And so he went and got it and he came back and so he's like, oh, I got half strawberries for me and then the other half is Oreo for you. So like we're sitting there and I start eating and then pretty soon I'm sitting there and John's like, well, not that one. That one was on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that one, I was gonna say about that one later, but so I'm eating, right? And John was like saying something to me, and then like I have my sunglasses on and everything, and then I look at them and I go, guys, I don't even remember eating that funnel cake.
Oh no.
And they're like, what? And I was like, I fell asleep. I took 2 bites and then I kind of like fell asleep. And I was just kind of like half asleep eating a funnel cake, but I had my sunglasses on so they couldn't see me. And Julie was like, she started laughing. They all started laughing. And Julie's like, that makes sense because John asked you a question like 3 times and you didn't even acknowledge him once. Oh man, I was like, I legit, I like fell asleep, and I guess I was just like eating.
So like, how rude, not answering John.
Because like eventually,
I'm used to it.
John was like, "Oh, so you done with it?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm done." And then I looked at it, I'm like, "When did I eat funnel cake?" But so that picture John showed was from the second day I went with my mom and my own cousins because John didn't want to go because his feet and his back were hurting from the first day. And so my cousin that Chito kept talking about wanted to get the funnel cake. So eventually, before we were gonna head out,
I was like, say this is not a normal funnel cake. First of all, well, it's a churro funnel cake.
Yeah, so they put cinnamon and sugar on it.
Well, it's made with churro batter too.
Yeah, that too. But so we were going. I said, "Oh, let's get it," you know, and then we'll go find somewhere and then eat it, you know. And I asked my other 2 younger cousins, like, "Oh, are you guys gonna eat some of the funnel cake?" And they said, "Yeah." So I was like, "Okay." I was looking at the menu. I was like, "Oh, there's like a giant one. I'll just get that," you know.
But the giant one has a challenge that if you can eat the whole thing, it's free
by yourself.
Ooh, that'd be hype.
That thing was freaking huge. Okay, like I have the other picture. I'll send it to you.
Is this
John.
not the picture of it?
No, it is, but this is a side picture.
Oh, okay.
But like this thing is huge. Also, that drink right next to it, that's one of the Frescas. It's a watermelon one. That's like a mayo jar size. That thing. It was a lot.
Bam.
When we got it on Friday, like we were drinking it, and eventually John and I are like, this is a lot.
Like,
this is a lot.
I mean, I drank all of mine, but still.
Well, I drank all mine on Saturday, and then I went and got another one that
Oh, no, I
looks
think I
like
get some to Kevin.
the little you know what frescas are, right? Zach?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they have the big spoon thing. They look like little barrels.
Yeah, they're fire.
So there was a Mexican shop that had little. They look like little versions of what the frescas are in. They look like the little barrels or whatever, and they give you the drink in that. So I told my mom, like, I'm gonna go get one because I want that. I want it specifically for the little barrel thing.
Yeah.
There you go, Matthew.
But oh yeah, so here's the top
There
down
we
view.
go.
You can see how big that thing is. That's one of those like wide plates, you know, that they give at like Thanksgiving or like at cookouts or something. You know.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's a big plate, and
So
it's hanging off the
You're
plate.
talking like that, then.
Yeah,
like bigger than your head.
I mean, you could see like the hands are there. Well, I mean,
it's got hands.
It's got hands.
Nachilo's got like pretty good sized hands. He's got average hands, so.
Damn.
But yeah.
Cousin real quick. You hesitated on that one, man. What's up? What's wrong with his hand?
He got small hands, no. But no, we ate that thing. Like we all ate a good amount, and then even my mom ate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And like there was still like a whole funnel cake left over.
Oh, I imagine.
We were all full.
Should have brought it home. I would have eaten it.
John, I'm telling you, John, go back again.
I don't know if I want to though.
The other thing I got was on Saturday. I was like trying to figure out something I wanted because I'm like I want to eat something, but like I know I'll be full for a while, so I want to make sure it's something good. But on Saturday, I was like, screw it, I'm hungry. I'm just gonna get whatever. And my little cousin was gonna get the like giant corn dog or whatever. So I was like, whatever, I'll get that. A big friggin' corn dog.
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'd get.
Zach,
it was actually pretty good though.
You got to come out and visit next year for the fair so we can go.
Mm-hmm.
John, I would, but prices for flying all the way out there is straight redonkulous.
Buy the tickets right now.
Just drive? That's more expensive. You seen gas prices? Ain't that much cheaper out here.
Buy the tickets right now.
There you go. Buy in advance.
They're not available. I've tried, right? I want to come back out, but it's just too dang expensive. So what if we did this? Let's move San Diego somewhere else, right? Wouldn't that just work?
Let's move the Del Mar Fair to Indiana.
Exactly.
I mean, you could technically go to Chicken Charlie's. They have an actual like permanent location.
Yeah, but they don't have the churro funnel cake there.
They're not at the fair. Right? It's about the aesthetic too.
Oh, we also didn't really try. We've tried it before. Is the fried Snickers? That's always good.
And the fried cheesecake. That was really good.
That's also very good.
I didn't try it.
You know what they had this year that was really weird was they had a chicken sandwich. It was a Kool-Aid chicken sandwich.
I was saying that was the weird part.
Sounds like I've never seen a chicken sandwich.
They had a grilled chicken sandwich with ranch on the side.
Internet went down in Hawaii, I guess.
Oh, that's frozen.
He's back.
Oh, there he goes. It got quiet, so I knew something happened.
He went, I've never seen a chicken man.
That was just frozen in time. Like, oh my god.
No, John's like, I've seen chicken, I've seen sandwiches, but I've never seen them together. Like I've never thought of bread and chicken, you know.
Yeah, welcome to Chick-fil-A, John. Right, come on now.
But yeah, so they had a chicken sandwich that was like covered in a Kool-Aid sauce.
Yeah,
which I didn't try.
That's interesting. I'll take a bite. I don't know if I could eat it.
John, we need to go back to the fair and just try all of those foods. Okay.
I'm not trying
documentation for science, John. I mean, we just take the pickles off, but for science.
I'm not trying frog legs.
No, we've already tried that. You don't need to.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken and fish. It's disgusting.
Or it tastes like a frog. I don't know. I never understood that expression. It tastes like chicken. I'm like, what? It's not chicken.
I thought it was going to freeze.
I will go back, Matthew, if Zach comes out to visit.
Sheesh.
He has
John's
2 weeks?
never going back to the fair.
Sounds like we're never going.
What are you gonna go when Zach's wedding or what?
You think that's gonna be the next time Zach comes out to visit?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
As of right now, yeah.
I don't think he's coming out anytime before that.
I want to, but it's just too dang expensive, man. Me and Bailey tried to get tickets in August. It was almost $2,000
to fly there in first class.
No,
you have to pay for the
John, they're not even flying out for the wedding. They're gonna be Ubering.
Uber might be cheaper. I ain't gotta pay for gas for that.
His mom and dad are gonna fly out and then drive them back.
Dude, that'd be fire. I'd totally be down for that.
That's crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
Dude, Matthew, how much are our tickets gonna cost to go to Las Vegas?
Tickets? Y'all drive. It's 4 hours away.
What are you talking about?
4 to 5 hours away. Y'all should just drive.
I thought it was like 6 hours to drive to Vegas.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna look it up.
If you drive like a grandma.
Yeah, that's John.
Slow lane.
I am not driving to Vegas, Matthew. You're driving to that.
It's not a bad drive.
I know, but
you miss all the
every time we go on a long trip, I end up driving. Matthew always, because we always go, somebody get the hotel, somebody drives. Every time we're like planning a trip, Matthew goes, already got the hotel. I'm like, you asshole! So you're making me drive?
John, I'll drive you if you fly me out.
John, what are you talking about? We have a younger cousin who has a license who's going with us.
There you go.
Who's only had her license for less than a year, and you want her to drive to Vegas?
I mean, do you want to drive?
Better learn, dude. Like I said, I'll drive you guys. I don't care. Fly me out.
Let me see. How much does it cost to fly Zach out?
You gotta fly him back too.
No, we don't.
I need that round trip, John. I ain't paying for the way back.
We can get you a ticket in Vegas. You can fly from there.
That means you would have to drive back from Vegas.
No, I won't. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'd have to rent a car and then drive down to drive back. Yeah, John, that doesn't make sense. Just fly me to San Diego. I'll drive you guys.
I'm curious now. Let's see. Fly to Indiana.
John, you need to drive cross country. That'll change your life.
I've driven. I drove to Texas for no reason. Okay?
That's not cross country.
It was still.
That's over 2 states.
Matthew's never driven that far.
Oh yeah, I've never. I drove all the way up to Sacramento.
That's not that far.
It's like the same distance as going to Texas.
No, it's not. Not at all.
Almost, I don't know.
I drove across like 3 states,
like
Matthew.
More traffic. But
close.
Yeah, trust me, y'all need to make the drive out. Take the northern route. Go through Denver. The mountains are beautiful. Utah is beautiful.
Zach, July 7th.
After that, it's whack.
Or let's see, July 7th, Spirit Airlines, $141 round way, or one way actually, from San Diego to Indianapolis. I don't know if that's near you.
I'm not trying to throw shade, but y'all seen the memes on Spirit. I might not make it. I might have to fly the plane.
Okay, we won't go Spirit. I don't know if there's anything else. There's Delta, but that's in October. I guess it depends on one day you want to come.
Yeah, you get dragged out of Spirit.
I'm getting dragged out of United. You see that guy try to punch? What was it? One of the the guy was like checking in for a flight, and that attendant, whatever, like threw hands with the guy checking in.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
and then he gets knocked out.
Yeah, that's why I fly Southwest, baby. I ain't gotta deal with that.
They don't got hands.
We aren't breaking arms today. It's not happening. Not on my watch.
The guy starts arguing. Zach's like, let me see your hand real quick. Let me see your hand.
He's like, hey, you want to see what's your phone number? Or I'm going to airdrop you this video really quick before we fight.
You've been warned.
And then he's going to make him watch the whole video.
Yep.
Like at the wedding. At Chris's wedding. Yeah. We're sitting there, you're playing the whole video. And we're sitting there waiting, for the ending, and then Bailey walks up. She's like, "Are you showing us the video where you break that guy's arm?" And I'm like, "I just broke it. With all this tension built up."
Spoilers.
Oh man,
I'm gonna have to put another spoiler sign in with the picture of Bailey.
I'm gonna say we'll drop the video if we get 50 followers.
Well, wait, I think we're already at 50, aren't we?
No, I don't think so.
I have no idea.
Oh, no, we're not. No, we're good.
That's generous of you, Matthew. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Matt
I'm at 50 followers.
Yeah.
Wow, way to
Shameless
brag.
plug by Matt. Yeah, I got 50 or 60.
I don't know how many I have actually. Quite a few.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll drop the video in Discord, and we'll drop the Discord at 50.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was gonna say like and subscribe. I'm talking about Twitch. Follow.
Wow.
Either or.
Either or, honestly. We'll
like and subscribe or follow or.
We're on YouTube also.
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Have y'all seen the breaking news though?
You and the guy's arm?
No. Well, yeah, that's a different one. About Sonic. Not the Hedgehog, but just Sonic.
What happened with Sonic?
You guys didn't see this?
No. Sonic Burger?
No. All right, can I post this? Where do I send it?
What do you mean? You want to set it on Discord?
I think you need a. Okay,
you can drop it in the chat. I can grab it from there.
No, you can't drop it in the Discord.
No, you just drop it in the chat. I can grab it from here.
Well, he's just trying to show us.
Check it out, fam.
Yeah, no.
Everybody. Hopefully that's the right one.
That doesn't show up on the stream, Matthew.
But Sonic is not a hedgehog.
I'm sorry, what?
He just dresses as one. Check it out. Pull that link up. Pull the link up, son.
All right.
It's gonna change your life.
I don't see a link.
In the chat, Matthew.
Oh, in that one.
I'm able to stop thinking about Sonic's Hedgehog suit ever since he posted about it.
Check it out. Look at 11:30 p.m. His to-do list. You might have to pull it
off. What?
Let the people know, John. Pull it up.
I've seen that.
Do you want me to put it up on there? Oh, hold on.
Let the people know. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? I didn't. I thought he was an actual hedgehog.
Be the people you don't expect.
Mm-hmm. And this was released by Sonic the Hedgehog. Literally, his Instagram account posted it.
Let's see. Fit the screen. Oh, never mind.
The weird part about it is they never say put back on the hedgehog suit.
Maybe it's not his suit.
I mean, this happens for 12 straight afternoon. I haven't actually looked at
what is going on? I can't get this thing to actually okay. Maybe I'm not. There we go. It's not showing the whole picture for some reason.
Huh.
But on the stream,
to break it down for y'all,
look at it.
What I sent John and Matt was a to-do list from Sonic the Hedgehog. And what it had on there, I'll read it verbatim and pull it back up.
It was posted on the Sonic the Hedgehog
Instagram, yeah.
Oh, Instagram.
This is Twitter.
I took this from Twitter, but it was on his Instagram. And from at 12 p.m. he wakes up, 12:30, groom quills and brush teeth, 1:30, 100,000 laps around the house, 2 p.m. read emails, 2:30 check in on friends, 3:30 play video games, 5 p.m. clean the house, 6:30 dinner, 7:30 200,000 laps around the house, and then the infamous 11:30 happens. 11:30 p.m. my man takes off the hedgehog suit. That's what we're talking about here. This is what I sent everybody, and it's
there. It goes. I finally got it. I don't know why it wasn't working. Yeah, there you go.
John pulled up. Check it out. Right at 11:30, he straight up takes off the hedgehog suit.
That is really weird.
And it's super strange, and it's posted from his account. I thought he was a hedgehog the whole time.
What could they be referring to? That's the weirdest part. Oh, you can see my mouse. What the heck?
The weird part is, he never puts it on, and then at 12:30 it says groom quills and brush teeth. I assume they're referring to the suit, not him.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Apparently Sonic only eats once a day too.
Also, fighting crime is apparently not part of his agenda past all.
Thwarting Dr. Robotnik is not on that list.
Yeah. So if y'all ever seen the movies, they're not accurate because that all happened afternoon and nighttime.
This guy sleeps 12 hours?
Yeah. I mean, he did do 300,000 laps throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's kind of tiring.
They must have took it down because I don't see it on the.
I don't know
Instagram.
what they could possibly mean by like
the hedgehog suit. He's
like
not a hedgehog.
Like that's so weird to think about. Like, what are they referring to if not that he's not a hedgehog?
He's not. That's just how it works. Like, what about Tails and Knuckles? What are they?
Unless
are they also people with suits, or are they actual?
Or does he consider like his gloves and his shoes like his suit?
Yeah. See, there's a lot of debate. One of the tweets I saw was like, "Do you care to explain this?" And they said no. So, is he not a hedgehog? The world may never know.
I feel like someone.
What if underneath the quills, like it's like a hood and it's flesh-colored spikes?
People's done art for it. Let's see if I can pick it up.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like someone in the social media department for Sonic posted that, like, oh, this will be funny, like, oh, this is cool, his schedule. And then they're probably like, what's the part about taking off the suit? And they're like, I don't know, it's already done. Let's just leave it. Forget it.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, that's weird. Take off a suit.
I mean, Sonic and weird go hand in hand, though. To be completely honest,
awesome.
That's true. What if Sonic? He's not a hedgehog. Knuckles is not an echidna. Tails is not a fox.
Yeah, I think it's a fox.
Big is not a cat.
Eggman isn't an egg.
What if the Sonic movie or the show story is just about a bunch of furries trying to live their life? And Eggman is just society. Trying to hold them down and say, stop humping each other dressed as Furies.
That's true. I think we got to have a watch party and we just discuss it as the
a watch party of what?
The Sonic movie, not the humping the Furies. Right? Y'all do that in your free time. I ain't looking that up. People know too much about me. Don't need to know that.
You just said it out loud. Now you're gonna get that a bunch.
Oh yeah.
FurryCon. There you go. You guys are welcome. Your phones are searching it now.
Not mine, because I got headphones on. Not coming out.
Oh, true. My phone is searching it.
This is yours. Did you guys see the pictures that they released of the orcs for the Lord of the Rings show?
Oh,
I did. Fire, man.
Dude, so there's one picture I saw where he's running, and I'm like, dude, that looks like they should have used that as gore in Thor: Love and Thunder or whatever. Because the way he's wearing a white robe thing too.
Yeah, I see it.
And excuse me, sorry. And Boss Logic actually made like a little edit so it looks like gore instead. And I'm like, dude, see? That would have been like, why didn't he put prosthetics on? Would have looked way more menacing.
Yeah. No, yeah. I can't wait for the new one to come out. No, I just watched, I know I'm super late, but it finally came to Disney Plus. Doctor Strange.
Oh, you watched it?
I did.
Really the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Disney Plus now?
Came out today.
Yeah, it came out today. Disappointed, not for like what a lot of Marvel fans like, oh, you didn't bring this person back and blah blah blah. Just disappointed, like the way it was like put together. Like cinematography was whack. It looked fake. It looked cheap.
Really?
You know what I mean? I thought so. And then like the writing, as for most of like the dialogue, kind of also whack. At least the first 30, 45 minutes, I'm like, dude, this is terrible.
I mean, I didn't have any issues with it. I thought it was pretty good.
Overall, it was all right.
It's the same guy who wrote Loki.
Yeah, no, I never watched it.
Oh, the show. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think overall, they're trying to do too much as a Marvel company. It felt almost rushed. They're missing.
Well, So there are some things like, so I don't want to give away stuff because I mean, what are you laughing at? What happened?
I went to go take a drink and my thing got stuck right here.
I just look over and
go. Sorry, go on, John.
So I don't want to give away because the movie just came out today and I'm sure there's people who haven't seen it. But two things or a couple things. The character that appears in there, America, was originally supposed to appear in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, then that might be spoilers for you.
And kick rocks. Well,
yeah, it's been 6 months. You should probably get on that if you care.
But Ned opening portals with the sling ring.
Ned?
That was originally supposed to be done with America. In that movie. That's the character's name, America Chavez. She was originally supposed to be the one to do that, but what happened was when they switched the release dates around, because Doctor Strange was supposed to come out before Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
They had to reshoot stuff to change it to make it work. So that's why there's some things like that are just different in Spider-Man No Way Home, and that's why there's things that are different in Doctor Strange, because they had shot the movie and wrote it a certain way and then said, well, we had to change things because of the pandemic, so we're gonna have to kind of re-edit this movie to be different. So there's scenes that got cut out with certain characters, things happening with them that just didn't happen. And then there's things like some of the actors were like, I didn't know this person was in the movie because I was never on set with them, because they were added later.
Secret characters.
I'm not going to say who they are because
some of those secret characters those actors were filmed later on.
Yeah,
so some of the actors didn't even interact with them. So which is like, it's like people are like, how did they do that? And it's like they do it a lot actually.
So that's why some of the movie might feel like weird. It's because they had to, because of COVID, had to like say, well, we're gonna have to take this movie and cut it up and make it fit differently. And unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. Hopefully, as we get past COVID more, that will stop happening, because it's happened a couple times now. It's happened with some of the Marvel shows as well, where they've had to change stuff, and it kind of sucks, because you're like, that would have been awesome, but it's like there's not much you can do about it.
Well, like Marvel seems to be very like good about like keeping things safe, with COVID, having precautions and stuff like that in place, of people getting tested and wearing masks. Because I think most of the time, like after they film a scene, like they put a mask on, if they're not on camera at that point and stuff. And I think because of that, like if they have to do reshoots, it's like a little hard because they get all that prepped up and ready, because I don't think I mean, I don't know about like grips and stuff like that, but I don't think anyone's gotten sick from like the Marvel sets at all. So
not that I know. I don't even know if that would be public information or not, but yeah.
But I think they're pretty good about doing that, and making sure people are vaccinated or at least somewhat safe.
I think they're typically vaccinated, and then they have to take tests before they come into set and stuff. So that's how they combat all that. You know what movie I watched last night that I actually really liked? It was very weird and kind of confusing. I want to watch it again. Was
Top Gun.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Have you heard of that, Zach?
I want to say I've seen it actually.
It's
I need to watch it.
I don't want to give anything away because Matthew hasn't watched it yet.
You want me to say what I know?
Sure.
Since I haven't watched it, it's about like multiple realities or something. Someone figures it out about multiple realities and them dealing with it or something.
I had never seen the trailer.
I had told John about it a long time ago when I first saw the trailer, and I said, "What's her name? Michelle Yeoh?"
Yeah.
I said, "Michelle Yeoh. Oh, Michelle Yeoh's in this movie or whatever. It looks really cool." I saw the trailer and I sent it to him on Twitter, and then he never watched it, because then I asked him about it, and he's like, oh, I've never seen this. And I'm like, I sent you a trailer like a month ago.
You want to know why I don't see stuff sometimes from Matthew? Because he sends it to me at like 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning, and I'll be like, huh? Oh, I'll watch that later, and I'll put it away and completely forget about it. So that's why I hadn't seen it. But I'm glad I went in without seeing the trailer because I had no idea what it was about when I saw it. I mean, I knew that it was a thing with multiple realities and stuff like that. That's about it, though.
I mean, sometimes that's the best way to go see a movie.
That's what I do for like a lot of the Marvel movies and stuff. I watched like one trailer, like with Spider-Man, No Way Home. I had only seen the first trailer, and then John was like, "Oh, did you see this?" I'm like, I'm trying not to watch anything because I hate that they start giving you too much stuff, and it's like it may just be a small portion, but it's still a scene that you already saw, and so you won't act a certain way. So like a lot of times now, like even with Thor, I've only seen I've seen 2 trailers because of the movie theaters, and they give away something big now in the trailers, which I think is stupid. And that's not even on like the directors or anything. That's on the marketing.
Yep.
The marketing is the one that ruins that stuff.
That's why I didn't show my mom the second trailer. Even the posters give that thing away, though.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like that's in the comics. That was a big secret, you know. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It was a big secret for like a couple of years, and then they finally revealed it, and people are like, "Holy crap!" You know. But no, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this big." I mean, they did kind of like give it away at Comic-Con years ago when they talked about making the 3rd movie, but fourth movie,
Whatever number they're on.
And but then people kind of forgot, you know. And still, it would have been a big reveal for the people who don't watch like Comic-Con stuff and all that.
Unfortunately, like because of the stuff I like on Twitter, it would be impossible. Like today, the finale of Obi-Wan came out, and then there's a new episode of Miss Marvel as well.
Yeah.
Every time I log onto Twitter and like at midnight the new episode comes out, stuff starts trending, and I'm like, what does that mean? You know, I can't.
I hate it.
I just see something trending. I don't know if that's in the new episode, but it's there.
Yeah. Right.
I hate that. Like, because people, like, I remember when I was in school, and I would go like the people in my class knew that I would go on Thursday nights, you know, to go see movies and stuff. And some people would ask me like, "Oh, how was the movie?" Well, there's this other guy, younger guy, who would go like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see it tonight," and then he'd come in on Monday and be like, "Well, first of all, he'd be like, that movie was ass. That movie sucked." And I'm like, "Dude, you're just super critical of movies for no reason."
Well, did they suck though? I mean,
yeah,
sometimes they do. It's the honest truth.
But he would sit there and say like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Oh," he would talk about like the movie, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil it." And he'd be like, "Oh, it's been a week already. Like people should have seen it." And I'm like, some people work and have jobs or they have kids.
What you
Some
told
people were
me
in school 5 days a week.
What you had told me, Matthews, he said the people who wanted to see it would have seen it by now or something like that. And it was like, that's not how things work. You don't always get a choice. Like I want to see Top Gun.
Well, actually, he was seeing the
weekend.
Seen
it yet.
Because he'd come in on Monday and he'd be like, "Oh, it's been 3 days." People who I'm like, some people are waiting, you know, because either they're working and they're waiting for their day off, or they have like kids and they're waiting for a babysitter so they can go see it, you know.
Well, you know, it's 2022 and you wait for it to stream.
Yeah, like see it in theater. Like, Spider-Man's a little bit different. It came out in December.
It's been a long time, yeah.
It's been 6 months now, or about 6 months. Yeah, and 6 months.
It's been on digital since like February, I think. So.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you probably don't care.
Spoilers. Dr. Octavius is in it.
I think we spoiled that with my Halloween costume last
year.
You did.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there for spoilers.
That was in the trailer. So.
Yeah. But not everybody watches trailers either.
Yeah, that's true.
I watch a lot.
Yeah. I wish I could go without seeing trailers, but that's what hypes me up for movies. Like
that's true.
I just wish they wouldn't give away big secrets, you know?
Yeah.
It's one thing I liked about Infinity War and Endgame is just there was so much in those movies that you didn't know about.
Yeah, how much they hid, you know. Yeah. And I think it's because the directors of those ones were like, yeah, they told the marketing team, like, none of this is getting out.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want people to know what the movie's about, and it turned out so much better because of that.
Oh yeah.
But then it like takes a month, and then all the marketing is all the big scenes in the movie with like #1 in the country.
One thing I cannot stand in trailers is marketing putting in scenes that aren't in the movie. Like, it's one thing to put alternate takes, like bringing up Morbius. Morbius had some scenes that were different in the movie, and it was because they were alternate takes. That's another movie that got messed up because of COVID, and they had to well, they had to re-edit the movie and completely change stuff. Supposedly, originally it was part of the MCU. I don't know if that's true or not. That it followed everything a lot easier. I don't know if anybody cares if I spoil Morbius.
I mean,
but
listen. You could have watched it for free on Twitch. Yeah, someone was streaming the movie 24/7 on Twitch.
So I'm gonna spoil Morbius right now. Spoilers.
Spoilers again.
At the end of the movie, the Vulture shows up, and the way he shows up,
not a vulture, the Vulture
from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, how'd he get out of prison?
So the way he gets there is the big purple crack in the sky from Spider-Man No Way Home opens up and sucks him out of his universe, and he ends up in a prison in Morbius's universe. And then they're like, we don't know how this prisoner got in this prison. There's no record of him, so they let him go. And then at the end of the movie, he like built a new suit, from stuff in their world.
Well, from stuff in their world with the help of Michael Morbius.
They don't say that's the help.
He says, "Thanks for your help, Doc."
Oh, is that what he says?
Yeah.
But yeah, so they fly out to the desert, or he flies out to the desert, and he goes, "I'm thinking people like you and I should be team up, and get another couple guys together."
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how it ends, basically. But supposedly in the original movie, that wasn't going to happen that way. That Michael Keaton's character was just part of that universe, that Morbius was part of the MCU, and he just comes across him. Again, don't know how true that is. That's just based on insiders saying stuff about how the movie was supposed to go originally. But like I said, I hate when movies use, because the whole scene where, like in the commercials for Morbius, where he's like, "What's up, Doc?" and stuff like that, and he's walking next to him as he's being arrested or whatever.
He's like, "Me and you are gonna get to know each other a little bit better," or whatever.
You and I should stay in touch or whatever. Yeah, none of that is in the movie.
Doesn't happen. The whole scene of him walking by and it shows Spider-Man on the wall and it says "menace" or something like that.
Just murder.
Yeah,
murder. Not in the movie.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one thing to like use alternate takes or whatever, not what you call. But one thing that always pissed me off is like Rogue One. In Rogue One, there's a scene where the character is on top of this tower, and they have to put this to redirect the satellite to open up to send this data out.
Well, spoilers.
It's a 7-year-old movie, 6-year-old movie. So
Sheesh.
In the trailer, they show her walking across this satellite, and a TIE fighter comes up, and you're like, "Oh crap, that's crazy! How's she going to defend herself against a TIE fighter?" Doesn't happen in the movie. The scene happens. There's no TIE fighter, and what it was the marketing. It's like, "Oh, we need to make this shot look better. Let's just digitally put a TIE fighter in there." And it's like, why do that? Like, that's not even in the movie.
Yeah,
straight whack.
I forgot what other. There was another movie recently where they did that, where the marketing team puts a scene in that they completely made. Oh, the scene from Spider-Man Homecoming with Spider-Man swinging and Iron Man next to him. Not in the movie.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean,
there was
spoilers. Iron Man's dead.
Well, I mean, this was when Iron Man was still alive.
Wow, dude. Sheesh.
But yeah, no,
not my universe.
There was some movie where they did that with like commercial, and they asked the director about it, and he's like, "I don't know why they did it. I didn't give them permission. They just did it."
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't understand that. I mean, it is Sony when it comes to like Morbius and whatever other properties they make, so it's like, of course they're gonna screw it up. I mean, they got their whole El Muerto freaking movie they're working on. And then they got Kraven the Hunter, which was revealed.
Oh, that's your spicy content right there, John.
Bang! Infomercial.
Aaron,
God,
put it up.
it's so
Put it on the board.
Okay. I mean, it's not really that spicy, but okay.
You say Kraven the Hunter?
Kraven the Hunter, yeah.
So,
Kraven the Hunter.
You know who Kraven the Hunter is?
Give me a background, real quick.
Kraven the Hunter is a character who is a Spider-Man villain, who likes to hunt animals. Like he's not a normal human being. Like he's got enhanced like speed and intelligence, all these things. He's hunted like every animal on planet Earth. And then he pretty much
casted for this. Kind of odd.
Eventually he gets bored with that, and then he sees Spider-Man. He's go ahead. He sees Spider-Man. He's like, that's the ultimate hunt. I want to hunt him.
Yeah, he wants to prove he's the greatest hunter in the world.
So that's who he is. Wears a giant fur vest made out of a lion's head. Has like teeth, like animal teeth necklace kind of thing and stuff.
Oh, and it says that unlike other hunters, he typically disdains the use of guns or bows and arrows, preferring to take down large, dangerous animals with his bare hands.
So,
like I said, I didn't get casted. I don't know what the deal is.
So
gotta talk to my agent.
They cast Aaron Taylor Johnson to play him, who is the guy who played Quicksilver in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Who also played.
Already died.
Kick-ass.
Obviously, he's not a hunter.
So he was doing an interview talking about how the movie just wrapped filming, and one of the things he said was, Kraven the Hunter is this character, blah 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 blah. He's an animal lover. He's a vegan, and it was like, what do you mean he's an animal lover? Like, what do you mean by that? How can he be an animal lover?
Literally hunts animals
and be named Kraven the Hunter?
He's Kraven the Hunter because he hunts down good deals. All right, that's why.
He's like
he's a coupon shopper. Okay.
At Thanksgiving, he's like buttons up his shirt. Time to hunt.
He goes, John. He goes to Whole Food and hunts down vegan alternatives. Okay. That's what he does. That's Kraven the Hunter, all right? No, it's a terrible thing. It's stupid. The whole point of him hunting Spider-Man, like a villain as Spider-Man, is that he hunts Spider-Man because he wants to prove he's the greatest hunt. How the hell, like it's the same with Morbius. How the hell are you going to get these people and turn them into slightly heroes, mostly heroes, kind of villains, not really, anti-heroes.
You need the anti-hero.
And Venom then have them go up against Spider-Man. It makes no sense. Why would they go after Spider-Man? Venom, at least, well, if you've seen Venom 2, there's a little thing of him why he might go after Spider-Man. But the other two, that makes why would a vegan guy that's hunting down people that is an animal rights activist, why would he go against Spider-Man?
Okay, here we go. My hot take. Are insects animals?
They're insects.
I think they're considered part of the animal kingdom, so
they're insects, aren't they?
But, I mean, spider is a arachnid.
Don't search spider, Matthew.
What'd you say?
I said don't start searching spiders.
Nope, I ain't searching that.
Maybe he's just real scared of spiders, and it's like, no, I'll give up veganism real quick to stop the spider.
I love animals, but I hate spider.
This is made by Marvel, yeah.
This was made by Sony.
Okay.
That's why it's happening like that.
Sony.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
You know what it is? You know what it is? He's going after Spider-Man because, well, no, because I would give away a spoiler for No Way Home. I was about to.
Don't say anything.
No Way Home.
Because he punches an animal. That's why. Because Spider-Man punches people dressed as animals or that look like animals, and that's why he's going after him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's actually like a reptile, but still.
Oh. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh no.
So Sony's, what they're doing is like they're taking all these random villains. It seems like they're trying to make a Sinister Six movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, we can't just make a Sinister Six movie without setting it up first. We got to make more money. So instead of letting Marvel just handle their thing and doing it through them, we're going to start making movies about villains. And then eventually we'll do a team-up movie. But it's like, okay, if you're going to do that, do some well-known villains and make them villains in the movie.
Well, and that's the thing. They're like, well, we can't just make a movie about a villain. I don't think people would want to watch a villain being a villain.
What?
So let's make them an anti-hero. That'll work, so that way they're saving stuff so people will watch it. But then we still have the villain. Oh, that's genius, Then it's not a villain anymore. It's an anti-hero.
That's the thing, is like, if Sony wanted to make Spider-Man movies, they should have just talked to Marvel to make it connected.
Mm-hmm.
And just been like, we're gonna make Venom, blah blah blah. Venom's fine. There's nothing wrong with Venom. I know some people don't like it, but it's fine. Whatever. As for Morbius and stuff, they should have worked with Marvel Studios on it and been like, hey, we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. Let's put Spider-Man in it. Or make another Spider-Man movie with Morbius.
Or, since they want money so much, they could just sell the rights back to Marvel and let them do it.
They won't do that.
I know, because they're greedy. And they lost a bunch of money because they didn't realize that people were making memes out of Morbius. So they decided, well, people like Morbius, everyone's talking about it, let's put it back in theaters.
Twice, yeah, and it flopped twice.
Because they thought, everyone's talking about Morbius. Yeah, everyone's talking about how bad it was. Not like it wasn't terrible, it just wasn't good, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's when you're like, oh, that was cool, and then that's
so it's like here's okay, where a movie's like, it's not terrible, but it's not good. Morbius is like right under, like right here.
The best way to describe Morbius is an early 2000s vampire movie.
Yeah,
like Queen of the Damned or Underworld or something.
It maybe had
not the original Underworld, but one of the later sequels.
Yeah, it had like some stuff that it like potential. It had potential to be good, but it was just kind of they dropped the ball.
I mean, the character looks spot on to the comics. Yeah. The scary scenes are pretty cool. Him hunting people or people hunting people.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the movie. My biggest problem, like I said, that movie suffered from restructuring and re-editing. It feels like so much of the movie is missing.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it zooms by and you're like, where's the rest of this movie? Like something's missing.
Well, like Tyrese Gibson's character.
Yeah. So
they say something about his arm being his arm being metal.
So Tyrese
and
Gibson,
then never explaining.
Tyrese Gibson plays a character from the comics who is like a vampire hunter kind of character.
Van Helsing, yeah.
And in the trailers, he comes across Morbius like once or twice. I mean, in the movie. And he's just like a normal detective or whatever investigating a homicide.
But he's stoic.
And then eventually at the end of the movie, they find like something else and they're like, oh, he got away. And he's got like a metallic arm, like gauntlet on his arm. And you're like, where the hell did that come from? And they don't explain it at all. And what it was,
well, there's also the scene that like when Morbius has his powers, he runs up like 30 flights of stairs or something really fast.
Morbius flies up the stairs and somehow
Tyrese
Gibson's character
he runs up to the like out on the roof and he goes and looks over the edge and turns around and Tyrese Gibson's character's there.
Which is not a problem if the character's like, enhanced or
they don't say that.
But they don't explain it.
His character was on the ground floor. How did he get up there so fast?
So the other thing is, so when they first
carries over,
when they first started filming Morbius, or when they first finished production on it, and it was supposed to come out back in 2020 or whatever, Tyrese Gibson had said like, I can't wait for you guys to see this. My character's a badass. We're part of the, he said, I'm part of the MCU, blah, blah, blah. And that's why it's like, maybe it was part of the MCU. And maybe after they saw the movie and like, they were like, we have to redo things. They were like, okay, we're not going to let it be part of the MCU after all. But his character, like all of his scenes are cut. He's literally in the movie, literally maybe for like 7 minutes.
Simon's really not a good actor. Sorry.
But it's so weird.
Bad shade, Tyrese. She ain't got the gifts. You weren't good at Fast and Furious. You weren't good at Morbius.
Hey, he's a good R&B singer, right?
Yeah, no, he draws bangers in the booth, non-television.
But yeah,
poor guy.
It's just
Yeah, like you said, it probably was, and then they restructured it or whatever, or re-edited it, and like, oh, we want it this way, and then Kevin Feige was probably like, yeah, if you're gonna change the movie like that, then you're not gonna be part of the MCU, and they're probably like, well, we don't care. And then that's probably why they did the end thing with Vulture and stuff, because it doesn't make any sense. That movie is like, that's the first thing John and I said after we watched that movie. It's like, felt like we watched half of a movie. Like there was so much left out of that movie that they just decided to cut and pull out.
Zach, let's do a watch party for Morbius.
I'll be in. If it's trash, John, and I fall asleep, it's on you.
You shouldn't get in trouble because someone streams it on Twitch.
I don't know if we'll be able to do it on Twitch, but yeah.
No,
yeah, there was even like on Amazon Prime.
Or there was even I guess some of the Twitch like
mods
people
or workers
would comment on that Twitch. like someone said they must have watched it because it took them 24 hours, and they commented on it saying it's Morbin time. And it took them like 24 hours to take it down, so they probably waited till they watched the full thing and then took it down.
Probably realized it was straight doo-doo, and they're like, yeah, no one needs to see this.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we should probably wrap up. We've been going for a little while. You got something else to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say we kind of glazed over it, and I want to go back to it. The Rings of Power.
Oh.
The orcs or whatever. So that's what you were gonna talk about, is that they released pictures of the orcs.
I mean, yeah, it's supposed to come out this year, I think, in like September, right? The show.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be orcs, before the Lord of the Rings, because this is like
it's like over 100 years before.
So they took parts of the Silmarillion, I think it's called, or something like that.
Silmarillion or something.
Silmarillion.
I don't
or
remember
something.
the name.
I think they took parts of that, of when it talks about certain stuff, and then they decided to make this, which is supposed to take place before Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So like way back when, and so it's not actually part of the book. There is no book written on this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all made up. And I know like some of the hardcore Lord of the Rings fans who read the books and stuff are like upset about the whole thing. I think it's cool. We'll see how it turns out. If it turns out cool, like, yeah, it'll be cool.
Speaking
if it turns out bad, I'll say I was from the get-go saying they shouldn't have made no. But I think it looks cool. And I think the orcs look cool. I think the fact that they're obviously going practical, and I think it's because they've had enough time, and because it's Amazon, they have the money to do it. I think it's cool that they're doing practical, because I think the practical outfits look way better.
Yeah. Speaking of stories based on something that's not even written, Zach, have you finished Game of Thrones?
No, I'm on season 6.
So
almost done.
I won't say the character because I don't want to give anything away. They're making a sequel to Game of Thrones.
I think I've already seen it.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I forgot about that.
I was like, why? Just stop making Game of Thrones shows.
Well, they're doing the prequel too.
Obviously, you're doing House of Dragon. That's fine.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. Just stop at that.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep making Game of Thrones stuff. HBO.
Yeah. I mean,
there's plenty of other
I've been enjoying it. The only spoilers I've had were like people saying the last season shouldn't have ended like that.
Yeah,
I don't know how it ends. I know nothing about it. I'm just saying from what I've read, everyone said like, dude, that last season was whack. I'm like, oh.
See, like,
that's because I'm almost on last season.
Yeah, so like, I would just like try and get that out of your head and just watch the last season and just see how you.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
because like
I enjoy it. It's just how it goes.
For me, like, I thought the last, like, there are little things in the last season I thought could have been different. But the major things that people have problems with, I think, like, whatever, it's a story.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem bad. And people complain, they're like, oh, I bet the book went. I'm like, you know what? Shut up, because what's his name? What the hell's his name?
George R. Martin.
R. Martin hasn't even written the last book yet, okay?
Yeah.
This was probably him writing the last book, turning it into the writers and being like, hey, use this script. And then going like, oh, fans didn't like that, I'll just write something different then.
Yeah.
It's probably his own script for the last book.
Super spoilers. The last thing I saw, the spoilers if someone's trying to watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, I gotta figure out where you're at. Schmant.
Come over here. Mad spoilers. Y'all skip at least like the next 20 seconds. We just saw my boy die. Last name Snow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So like literally the beginning of season 6, 7. I think it's 6. Pretty sure it's 6. So we're there. But the worst part about it was because now that I'm into Game of Thrones, I looked it up. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I know what happens next. And I'm like, damn it!
Why did you go?
I need to stop looking things up.
Don't look up anything. Yeah,
it's not that I wanted to. It's like sometimes I get lost with all the names and the families, so I'll just type it in. And I'm like, oh, and like immediately, huge spoiler. I'm like, oh.
So
okay.
Someone I had seen on a podcast, they said the best way to watch Game of Thrones is with subtitles because it helps you remember the names more.
Yeah, I have them on. Literally like the first 3 seasons, I'm like, I have no idea who is who. How's the guy related? Blah blah blah. So I turned it on. After I looked up names to try and figure it out. I'm like, okay, well that's a spoiler.
That's what happened to me.
The next one's a spoiler too. I'm like, damn it.
when I tried to read The Hobbit in like 7th grade, I can't do this. I was like, there's so many names and words thrown around that I just don't get.
It's like reading the Bible in that one part where they're talking about genealogies.
Oh God. It goes on for like 5 pages.
All genealogy. It's pretty much like that. It's like reading that.
It is,
Too
much.
But like with the last season, like I said, I didn't mind it. There are things that I had faults with. I think people blow it out of proportion just because they didn't. Yeah. It didn't end the way they pictured in their mind.
People I think people just do it in general. They hype stuff up in a way or whatever. They have their own vision of how something should go. Yeah. And then they get disappointed because it's not how they imagined it in their head. And they do that with people too, of how they think someone should be, and then that person doesn't act accordingly. And then they're like, oh, I can't believe they do this. And it's like, they're a human being. It's like, people need to stop doing that. Like, you're watching a movie, and especially one that it's like this, where the last book hasn't been written. So it's kind of up for grabs. It's like, take all those pre-notions that you have in your head and throw them in the trash, and then just enjoy what you're watching.
Like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, that movie came out before the last book had come out. The guy had been like, oh, here's my notes on what the last book's going to be. The last book is completely different than the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, no. Have you not read Scott Pilgrim?
No, I've only seen the movie.
You should read it.
Granted,
the books are so much better, but yeah.
Yeah, there is like a little bit more info in the manga,
graphic novels.
Than the graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, in there. Than there is in the actual movie. But it's still like it's pretty good of being close to it, up until like the last book part, because honestly it wasn't written yet.
Essentially the movie feels like they zoom through the first 4 books and then it suddenly slows down, which kind of sucks, but I understand that they're trying to adapt it into one thing. That's why I hope they do, because there's rumors of them making a show, or I don't remember if it was confirmed, if more Scott Pilgrim's coming. I don't remember, but.
Well, I know like a lot of the cast that they wouldn't mind coming back to do like a sequel or something like that, or do more.
I think something had been announced, like an animated show.
Because they had done that when COVID, everything was shut down. They'd get all those people together to read scripts. They did that with Scott Pilgrim, with Edgar Wright, and then all the casts. And then like someone else would fill in for other spots, like some other actor or whatever.
An anime series based on the comics was announced to be in development.
Well, it's not like I wasn't finished talking, John. But yeah, they were doing that whole table read thing or whatever on Zoom, and they were talking, and I think almost all of them agreed, like, yeah, we would be down to come back and film like a sequel or a spinoff or something. That should be cool.
I would love that for the anime that they're doing. If they brought back the movie cast, I think that'd be so cool to do the voices.
Oh, do voices.
Yeah,
it's crazy that movie has 3 superheroes in it.
That's true.
Scott Pilgrim, it has Superman, it has Captain America, and it has Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of who the other people are in there. I think that's it. I can't think of any of them.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more.
It's all the superheroes.
It's weird to think of how big those actors got in that time.
I still quote that movie all the time. He's like, big fan. Why wouldn't you be?
he's honestly one of my favorite characters in that movie.
Chris Evans?
Action.
Yeah.
Action, yeah. The dun dun. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, guys. We should
go grind, bro.
We should go ahead and wrap up. We've been going for a while. Thank you for joining us on the Whiskey Boys podcast. If you want to check out my stuff, you can go to twitch.tv/Jonald214. You can check out Zach's at twitch.tv/unexpectednoob6. You can check out Matthew at twitch.tv/agent_monkey, spelled MUNKY. But thank you for joining us. And we hope you have a great rest of the week.
Or don't.
Or don't, according to Matthew. All right.
Don't let John tell you what to do. Do what you want.
All right. See you
You're
guys
your
later.
own person, all right? Do what you want. Don't let some guy with...
Keep on bring it up.